Greetings, how are you tonight? We are setting up, finishing up.
We can, I guess.
Welcome to Inqua.
No, we can go in together since he would have come from home, so.
It has been a bit, so I'm finishing setup.
Particles.
See you soon.
We all are wonderful.
I'm not gonna.
Alright, I gotta, Yggdrasil, Jormungandr, alright, there it is. I found the little voice, alright.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna throw you.
Alright, every single time.
Nope.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh. Okay.
That is a bit dangerous coming through the brush like that. They should get that cleared out.
Yes, they should.
It might partially also be because they don't expect people to just, sit around there. Wait.
Well, yes, but
Yes, but I mean,
could get damaged wandering through the brush like that.
yeah, sort of just running headfirst into a wall.
Yes. Well, that would damage one, yes?
Through it though.
I guess it depends on who's running into the wall.
It's the brush. You probably don't want to sprint through it anyways, because you wouldn't know when you get out. You're more likely to trip and fall as you get out of said brush.
Hello, darling.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
It's good to see you as well.
Good to see you again.
Evening tavern.
Hello, Master Quill.
Well,
Oh dear.
Hi, Kise.
Hello, Arya. Hi, Cassie and Sophia.
Sweetheart. I forgot to clean the outside.
By the way, Kise,
There you go.
Yes, darling.
Thank you. Thank you, Via.
Quill installed a table for your size over there.
Oh?
Oh?
Oh, I need to
Wait,
set
where?
this.
Next, I'll show you. Right here.
I want something different.
Oh?
Presents.
Cinnamon cup.
Via get you today?
Aww.
Oh!
That's adorable.
Well, isn't that not adorable?
That is. I think it's perfect for you,
Wait a minute.
Kise.
Let's see. Still a bit tall. Still a bit tall, however.
Be careful, Wolfram. You might break the chair.
I have great thigh strength.
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
I bet you do.
Please don't break it.
Cannot wait to see more of that later.
I won't do any strenuous activities in the chair.
Yes, again,
I
you say
hope you
that for
both have
later.
been well.
Oh, quite lovely, darling. How are you? Very busy.
Well.
Small table.
Though it is still a bit large.
For
Having
her.
I mean, it's better than,
Yes, I suppose so. But I still have to jump up onto it. Also, this is a bit... You cannot... Well, then again, I drink nothing, so that would be... At least I do not need to set anything on the table. Hello,
Well,
Ozzy.
when you do, when the time comes, you can probably ask him to, adjust it a little bit more for you.
That would be lovely.
Yep, she's awake today. At least for now.
Hi, Arzix.
Hello.
Oh dear. Still a bit large, but much better.
I suppose I might need to make
table.
a second smaller table.
Perhaps.
I feel like it's a lot harder
Well,
once.
What you could
No,
do
this would be lovely for Maddie, most probably.
You could also have like a tabletop table?
Oh.
Oh,
A
what you could
tabletop
do is,
table,
if you
that
make a
seems
smaller version.
Redundant.
If you make
so
a
then,
smaller version,
you know-
Quill, you could always keep it on the counter. We just have it set on
I
the
guess
like
that's
on the
more what I
counter side.
meant.
I
That's
feel
more
like
what I
that might
mean.
end up being a little intrusive.
Oh, maybe.
Really a
Hmm.
lot of privacy.
Oh,
Sure.
fair,
That is fair.
That's fair. Hmm.
That is a very good start.
It's very nice though.
Oh.
It will
Oh,
test
so
your
it
skills.
is also somewhat
See how much
floating.
do it
smaller
as
I
well.
can make tables. Well, I don't have to do things, but
Oh, I see.
nice.
Yes, everything is a bit floating.
It's nice. It was very thoughtful of you.
It is.
That may also be why it is so tall. A hovering table. That is very unique.
So when they're tired, me and Sinichi will go.
Probably magic of some
You
kind.
know, you do.
Of course.
I own the tavern things, like walk around and be like,
I would be very surprised if it was not magic.
you know, stuff like that.
Right, we need to talk to Sin.
I see.
Oh, that we do.
Firm handshake.
Oh,
Nice
then.
to meet you. Uncle. You know,
He is
stuff
on
like that.
shift at the current moment, though, so do be wary of that. You know,
firm
don't pick up too much of his
handshake
stuff.
It'll
Hello, person.
more than likely be a little brief.
I guess mainly the point is just don't drag him away, so then his employers. Can...
Oh no, it's. I'm not gonna drag him. What? What do you think I'm going to do? Take him off into the corner and make out with him?
You know what?
Yes.
What?
I mean, if you wanted to, yeah.
Oh, hi, Shade.
Oh, I can.
We
assure
already
you
decided
it's
we are going to be
nothing like
monogamous for now.
You're gonna make a smaller table?
that. Yes.
I know.
That one's good.
It was a joke.
But now we need extra small.
What if? I got an idea.
Small enough.
What if? I got an idea. Okay.
not like to brag of being
What if we did?
Hi, Dacha. Isn't
thing,
yeah. Hi, hi.
right where we moved over this?
Oh, hey, you two.
The little table right here.
Oh.
Hello, dear.
When we come over, we don't have to bend down. Just
How are you faring?
Sorry, just very focused right now.
I'm doing alright.
Get out of
if
the
you're
doorway.
focused on something, I won't stop you.
Oh, I'm always focused on something.
like a little ladder or something.
Well, to an extent, yes.
Kind of unsafe.
Though whether he is able to do
I
anything
think
with that
that's
focus,
almost-
I do not know.
Most people work. They're always focused on something most of the time, unless they're spaced out, but
Like that.
With her, it's either or.
I'll try a random.
alright, well. Is Echo here or no?
Yes, over by the tiny table.
Perfect, thank you.
Looking too long for us.
Oh no.
We went over to this place a few days ago. We should
It always
come.
seems to be something.
Are there others?
Oh, I thought
As a
I had
question,
stained the floor.
would you prefer a very small table on the ground,
Okay.
Okay.
or a table that's on a platform that you can just
That there's
yeah, ramp or something?
What about you, Cassie?
Right.
Have you been up to?
I did my normal routine of my.
Well, I do suppose that having one a bit higher up would be good for sitting with my fellow guildmates and whatnot. So I would not mind something with a bit of a ramp.
Is nursing some injuries.
We have heard nothing. I will see what I can do.
Thank you, darling.
You have a lot of people.
Proposed an interesting problem for me.
I do enjoy creating problems every so often. It keeps things interesting.
questions about
She's telling the truth.
tavern.
She likes creating problems.
Something else?
I see.
Hmm. Oh, you love my problems.
That there are many visitors.
That, yes.
Yeah, get all sorts.
Right. I'll leave you
Oh,
to
she might have been looking at the feather.
I'm sure you can. I mean, second you take a look inside, I'm sure you'll see the
Oh.
spread that we have.
We can't yet, Shade. Not yet.
spread.
You better love my problems.
Like you're saying yourself.
Always.
I don't like how that sounded.
Good.
How about yourself?
I,
Oh,
get
My name is Sunichi Saburo, or please
senpai.
just call me Sen.
Very well.
Sen.
The price should be on the menu.
So, I'm new here.
It is quite the color you got.
I mean,
Hot, please.
I was not expecting this sort of hue
Yes.
for you.
first day.
Normally, I would say I can't. Most colors I don't pull off. Green,
Is she really that?
I wore for quite some time.
I think it.
Although the gentleman at that store did say this would be fitting for me.
Well, it's
Sounds like fun.
Well, yes, I heard it is very masculine. At least back in the museum, they would say how this is supposed to be the color for boys.
First day on the
Sure you
job
will.
is more what I mean. For you,
For a very long time.
first day finding us.
Zen.
Well, I suppose so. The fabric is actually quite nice.
Sounds nice.
Well, comfort is very good.
Plan a small trip with a friend of myself to
I'm certain with enough prestidigitation, color could be changed as well, depending.
a nice
A
place in
variety.
nature and just relax.
More than likely, it wouldn't be. I imagine it wouldn't be hard.
Oh, I did it for Bunny the other night.
Oh, okay.
Right, you did, didn't you?
I think it'll be nice.
It's
Though that was much less fabric in comparison. I'm certain I can manage.
What? I don't want to be right next to
just
I don't want to be right
custom
next to the entrance.
We're both looking forward to it when that can happen.
Also, yes, he's totally fucking wearing the Vegeta Badman shirt.
no, it's a sign of respect.
I have no idea, honestly. Maybe.
Though I do not know what it is to be worthy.
There's such a thing?
Yeah.
Maybe there for a while,
Go
darling.
say hi to her, and then I think she's talking to Sam.
We can wait for the moment.
Perhaps.
Might give him a second though.
Honestly,
You are fine.
How's that crystal I gave you doing?
just
Out of curiosity.
and
It's doing alright.
I got. Other than that,
That's good.
Still has my
they just have those a job.
Oh, thank you.
Good shirt.
Very different.
Indeed, very masculine.
With your eye.
I guess that would be a meme.
Should mention,
It is actually quite comfortable.
Actually, yeah, I like how she says that. It's really satisfying.
Those shirts are usually hard because they're made out of very light materials. They breathe right.
They do. They very much do breathe well.
I'm the, I went up to the cathedral.
I'm normally used to wearing heavy fabrics and.
Actually got to meet
We
with
do
someone
shits breathe
Yes,
now.
the man at the.
who lived there.
It's
To get out of it.
if it's a. I've come to discover that if a fabric is breathable, that just means it's lightweight and it doesn't trap in heat.
Ah,
I'd like to see what it's like over there.
I could understand that. You didn't like things cold, yes.
Saying that I've ever heard of it.
I wasn't looking for romance.
Yes, though I'm used to wearing very heavy fabrics and, well, leather. And leather very much is not breathable.
It's sort of
No, I suppose not.
religiously institutionalized.
My goodness, does it look good.
Those seem to happen a lot.
You mean?
Oh, well,
Watch out.
at least,
Holy purpose.
at least you approve then, yes?
Relations.
Of course, darling.
Relationships is not just me and.
Then that's all that matters.
I'd walk away.
No, sweetheart. Relationships can be friendships even.
I know that much.
Feeling about the conversation we had.
I'm down to get a
Yeah,
drinking
I'm looking
buddy,
forward
but
to it.
that's really it.
Seeing what nice little things I can find.
Mostly what I'm trying to do is learn to
Hmm.
be more accepting of others. That makes sense.
I hope you
Because I'll be honest,
It is a noble goal.
I've only been here for like half a year. I still feel worried about some people I
From
meet
what I've been
sometimes.
told, they apparently
Still
don't like
fearful
technology,
demons.
so they don't necessarily share like
Bad
I guess
memories
they
from
don't like
that
it when you bring
old
it up
war
or something like
scars.
that. So if I had to use technology, I have to kind of
Well, that is fine, darling. Some of them are assholes.
But she mentioned another thing. It's like apparently like the place is open to Mandarinch. Which would be interesting.
Sounds nice.
But honestly, I'm just trying to
I don't know how it'll affect
better
me.
myself.
There are some times where I do
I've learned,
Interesting to say the least.
I guess if accepting alternative to lifestyle, that makes sense.
I am.
The 28 years of what I used to live.
Because I like my privacy where I can get it.
I've described myself as just finally washing the blood off my hands. The figurative and literal, really.
Many riches. Many money.
He's bad.
And meet new friends.
I hope so.
Hands take many purposes.
Your brain's empty, by the way.
It is your choice to make them a tool for good, or a tool for self gain, or even a tool for.
Though it feels nice to actually take those wraps off.
It is all up to you what you use those hands for.
Well, I could understand if they're not breathable.
Would you like to too much?
Normally, I always keep them on because I never know when I'm going to get into a fight.
First refill is free.
Understood?
As if you need those for a fight.
Thank you, Via.
They help brace my wrist. And
That's what I was told.
for when I block.
That's what I was told.
I suppose.
Man, it's not like I've been working here or anything. I don't
But when was the last time
there's
you had
only
to
so
do
much
that?
leather can do.
Thank you so much, Via.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Or more recent than I would care to admit.
I think personally, I spilled far too much innocent blood.
Besides the war.
I like your new shirt.
I'm just trying to learn to let go of that.
Thank
It
you.
looks good on you. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
Feel is that if
I'm getting so many compliments today.
Yes.
It does look
It's
very
quite
good.
a powerful color. It is also, I am told, a hot color.
So I joined Aegis.
Oh.
I'm of a peacekeeper.
The gentleman at the store didn't say that.
I have heard this is called hot
Well.
pink.
I'll go back to those old ways.
It is a really nice shade of
It
pink,
actually fucks me up sometimes.
but it looks good on you.
They see the scribe. What I used to be is
Thank
that
you.
Are you a dark fae or something?
As long as we know what we know.
Though he tried to make me wear these hideous yellow pants.
I'll deal with those are spores.
Really?
Everyone's got
Those
Yes.
definitely look better.
sort of
They're fae.
Yes, I was thinking the black looked far better than. I mean, they were like.
Darker nature. They're not necessarily evil. They're just more dark.
Honestly, they were urine color. If I had to be honest,
To you.
they were
Why
very,
would one
very
recommend-
ugly yellow.
Why? That sounds horrible.
Shadow.
I don't know, but he put up a fight.
life. Thanks for listening.
He was very insistent. No, you have to wear the. No, I don't want these nasty looking yellow pants.
Or is that when you had to fight him
That
with
makes
your...
no sense.
No, there was more of a argument against or fighting with words rather than actual fists.
At that point, I would not have been surprised, given that sounds like a most ridiculous desire. Who would wear something like that?
So you're part of that guild?
Oh, besides
know,
Echo, sometimes. I would not be surprised.
Well, let's be fair. Echo looks very beautiful in that sundress of his.
That is true.
Yes. That is a nicer yellow. If it had looked like
Yes.
that, then maybe. No, these were just very, very not good colors.
So get you in a sundress next, I see.
Now that's interesting.
The only. I'm not sure. The only person I ever met that was like me that could pull off a dress was my dear friend Samantha, and he far more had the better body than I did. Or do.
Really?
I could not see you wearing a sundress. That'd be kind of weird.
Oh.
would actually look good.
A kilt is a little different than a sundress. Let's be honest.
I mean,
Alright,
fair,
you wear the
fair,
kilt,
but it
I'll
would
wear the
look good on you, I
sundress.
think. there
I
you
wouldn't
go.
be opposed to wearing such a thing. I think at one point in time I did have to wear something similar for a formal event. This was years ago, though.
I mean, you could always try and, you know, see how it looks at least once.
Do you need to find more formal events? Those sound like fun.
Oh, I
There are
suppose it depends
parties.
on the formal event.
They're the same as my mother.
There's the formal parties,
To a
which
lesser extent.
is, well, let's just say it's something worthy of our guild.
Well, of course. Well, there were that. There were those pride parties that Finley brought up.
New outfit myself.
True. Oh,
I forgot something.
that's another person I need to talk to.
Did you need a
I
refill?
don't know what you mean by spots.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Finley, more
Still in the bottom. I can't.
more things that
He's done. He's all.
I forgot about until recently.
Oh.
Hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
because of the one person who
Howdy,
showed
hi, orc.
up one day at the guild.
Like, nice. This is eyeliner.
A certain someone. No. I don't think you were here when I ran into this person.
To the line, the top of your eye, or the bottom of your eye, and full focus.
I think you were there, Kise. I think. I don't know. A lot of things are fuzzy around that time. My head hurting and all of that.
The name eyeliner is made because it aligns the top of your eye, not because it has eyes.
Oh.
So,
Yes, I know what you mean, darling.
Yes, I
No, you were.
need to contact a mutual acquaintance.
I just thought your eyes were naturally on fleek.
I actually,
On
do you
fleek.
remember if what
I don't know what fleek.
what
Via said something strange.
what language is that?
In easy to understand terms, it means it looks good, it pops, it goes with you.
Is that a feline tone? Then again, I suppose it is not.
Like
So not like fleas.
it brings out the shape of
No,
their
that's
eyes.
an
It brings out
insect.
the details of their eyes.
That's a
Oh yes, I know what a flea is.
In this case.
But it sounded like flea.
I doubt
So
eyeliner.
if somebody's hair was on fleek, it would look really good, and it would make the rest of their face, the details would show through.
I doubt eyeliner.
Oh, is this some kind of new common word?
That's the purpose of makeup.
Most
Not one I've
probably.
heard.
I heard a lot of strange things today at the meat rack.
The term.
Oh, so you did
know, I've never
know.
been there.
Not very.
I have
I did.
I didn't see much people.
It
I'm
is.
so busy with work, I did not notice.
It is a place. I swear I told you.
I realized going
I thought I'd mentioned it. Maybe not. If not, I'm sorry. I should have.
You may have. I was just very much, what are they called, in the zone with my kizami making today.
There we are.
Yes, I
The stream went well,
try not to
though.
disturb you when you're.
It pops very
Well,
well.
that's good. I try not to disturb you when you're doing all of that. So.
It is a very impressive task.
Lovely trick technique for help in relation to things.
So I just
Yeah,
said
it's true.
this.
No, this is something a little bit different.
Gotcha.
Essentially.
In context with everything else around it.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh, hello, Kibbs.
Oh dear.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you, darling?
I can't
Bend up the movements. I can't bow.
Oh.
Medicinal.
Are you still dealing with
Alright.
whatever happened last week?
Yes.
Oh.
What in the world?
I can't bend at the moment.
Tiny little creature just walked in.
Really?
What is that?
Look like a little.
Yes, I saw.
They're talking about
I'm not entirely.
you
It almost
say
looked like a tiny little.
color in frame, like something like.
Did you say
stands out.
microstore?
Oh, I have seen them around before.
On the stairs.
Oh yes, I've seen them around at Orlando Saka.
Indeed.
Red
I believe they were
Panda.
called Star.
You having a good day? I do recommend the drinks here.
Oh.
At least they resemble one.
What are you guys talking about?
You have Bad Van in the back of your shirt.
Another
That's
refill
great.
for you, sweetheart?
That's really good.
Not right now.
Yes, I'm.
But
Well
thank
done
you.
for
It
the
was
night.
very wonderful.
Is that what
outside
that
of-
says?
It was very good. Thank you, Via.
Not have this.
Yes, outside of what it literally means, I'm not sure why it's there, but I like the shirt. It feels nice. I have absolutely no idea.
And I have cocoa with raspberry.
When I went shopping with Callie, she pointed out
Cocoa with
brands,
raspberry. Thank you.
which are like.
Yes, I've heard of. They're like one person who makes these clothings and
Kind of
whatnot.
like craftsman, craftsman mark.
Is
or craftsman
artisans, like my dear
yes.
Suzumiya sensei.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Artisan.
Cassius, where do we keep
You have
the
one more
fruit?
refill?
This one has asked for the cocoa with raspberries.
Yes, I suppose I'm actually a brand
I think I'm fine for now.
item.
Okay, so
Right over here.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
I guess by today's standards, probably.
I think I'm fine for now.
Probably.
Well, from because you are, of course you are, not probably. Words are
Yes.
hard, my dear.
Yes, of course, darling.
Thank you.
I have a brand mark and everything.
Okay.
Well then, yes, absolutely, no doubt. You are brand name, the most expensive brand that you can purchase.
I believe I've heard it called in this time couture. Couture, something like that.
Sure, I
No, Mr.
have no idea what that means.
Go with it.
Very expensive
Would you like
and
anything, Wolfram?
beautiful.
You fell right on your nose. Yes.
I think I'm fine for now, but honestly,
Tone of shame.
that cinnamon roll sounds good, so I might grab that later.
No. Poor thing.
Very well. Just let me know.
Yes. It was very.
Absolutely, Meteorite today was something to say the least.
Yeah. Well, you finally went. What do you think? It has been a while for me. Things still
You think so?
very not rainy.
Until I reach 1,000.
Oh, well, when I walked in, I was immediately called a pirate.
What?
Before.
Yes, people are very rude there
yes.
sometimes.
But it's like.
And apparently, when I looked at them and gave them a glare for calling me a pirate, they seemed to take offense
Confidence against you, though.
at me glaring at them.
Problems.
Yes, they're
them
all
calling me a
very.
pirate.
It was all accident. Everybody.
Well, a good number of them can be very rude.
I
It's a bit difficult to find the literal diamonds in the rough.
like a bed.
The very rough.
Yes. As I walked through, I saw Ludwig. He was there.
Oh, I am not surprised. He is everywhere. Oh,
I believe he seemed far more surprised to see me there than I was him. Yes.
Why does the shade saying that you're popping?
We are looking.
what?
I'm sorry. What?
I don't know what it
What?
means. She's just been saying, "Are you popping?" Echo isn't popping.
She's
Now
a
she's
little
saying-
creature was popping as well.
Wolfram
so-
is popping. Yeah.
I do not understand. We just learned on fleek. That is all I know. Is it like on
What does
fleek?
that mean?
Apparently,
I think-
stylish.
I explained the definition of popping, which is was talking about makeup. It was made to pop your eyes, your features.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It is nice.
There you go.
See,
Nice to meet you as well.
thank you for teaching her anything, but I will say, she
This Carmen is
attaches
so
herself to literally
strange.
any
Nice to meet you.
new information
Yes.
that she can find.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, should I ask you?
But
Also,
break yesterday, right?
I don't know. I suppose you did.
All I did was clean,
Did
grab groceries, do all my normal exercise.
I wanted to know if that was alright.
Go rest then. You know you're free to rest in my shadow.
I suppose.
Do relax, darling.
Good.
Well, then
Thank you.
we'll be able to talk to them.
Yeah.
Mr. Quill.
See what
does he just ever sit
a
down
normal
and
break
actually
day,
just
right?
rest?
Fair enough.
From occasion, I
Yes.
think.
Well, Echo.
There's some time in front of that television.
Well, I did on Friday,
Little break. So,
right?
no.
But you also said you ate an entire tub of ice cream.
In the coming weeks.
It wasn't the entire.
Oh, there was so much of the ice cream. I could not, after a certain point, I could not look.
I mean,
Then again, I
spent
do
my
not
cheat
like
day eating
watching.
marshmallows.
Wasn't an entire tub.
Oh, did you get those marshmallows?
Yes, we have the marshmallows and the peeps, mind you.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so
My
happy for you.
offerings.
Can you not block the walkway here?
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
Can you find a spot to sit, please?
Sorry about that.
Have brought you
You're fine.
oh, I was about.
Let's
oh, yeah.
This is a perfectly good table right here.
Precisely.
Yeah, so that's why I was standing here or sitting here.
Sitting here.
Echo. He's too thick.
I didn't realize I had moved forward.
I'm not at all.
No, wait,
Your feathers would say
I need to
otherwise.
stop.
I ended up needing
You said an entire tub. You mean this box?
Not a bathtub.
Although, while I was at the meat rack, I did find this gym.
These are all the things we search.
Okay.
The one that Echo was talking to me about, joining a gym of some kind to help me with my training.
Oh, yes, I've seen that
We
place.
have a local gym in our area.
Excuse me.
Well, I figured I was there.
Occasionally.
I met this man named Butch.
That is my son. And
I think Blackstone was his last name.
Oh, that name does seem familiar. I believe I've seen him.
that's how we.
I'm gonna get.
Think I've seen the guy before the meat rack.
That is.
He apparently works at this gym. At the meat rack.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know the guy you're talking about. Big loud guy, dark skin.
Sorry, when it comes to more complex orders,
Seems like he's down always up for a fight. That guy.
Yes, we talked about possibly sparring the next time I was at the meat rack.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. That I would like to see.
It's apparently a common thing.
Yes, there was a free-for-all the one time.
some bring happiness. Some bring other.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
rack spars, they actually are spars. Unlike some other places,
Hey, how's it going, good friend?
which are more like death matches, to be honest.
Wait,
Hey!
are they your friend?
I mean, I figured I was
Uh,
gonna be here anyway.
Yes, that is very rude.
For your time.
Oh, I didn't mean to intrude. I just like to be friendly with people because I assume everyone is friendly. And I like to have fun. So,
Yes, we can be quite friendly, but just touching someone without their permission is not very friendly.
oh, well.
Especially considering he is injured.
To understand.
He's injured? Why is he injured?
And happiness.
I don't know what happened.
He had an accident at the last meeting.
If you break my worshipper, you must take their
sorry about
place.
that.
Right.
Knock on wood.
What the f was that sound?
What was that?
That was the wood.
At least, you know.
Okay. Well, what was your question again? Side of the property. Hold on.
Be inclined to.
Fractured shoulders. I'm still a little inebriated, but aside of that, well, I can walk now and I don't have to wear the silicone.
Good evening.
Well, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you have a nice day.
Very well. The price is on the
Thanks, you too.
A most kind son.
Ah, goodness. Now,
Oh, there's Elise.
why do you have an
Oh, hey,
eye
sir,
patch?
how you doing?
What happened, if I may ask?
Alright, almost fell down these
It's stylish.
Oh, there's the little guy.
So, are you one of those pirates where you
get
put the
into it.
eye patch over your eye?
Was that someone from earlier?
Excuse me. No, but the next person who calls me a pirate is going to regret they ever called me a pirate.
Oh, yes, they will. That is strike two, goodness.
Seems pleasant. Spotted you coming
Technically 3.
Like, I know it's like, it doesn't happen a lot, but like...
Oh, for me today, that's the 3rd
Oh,
strike
for
for somebody
them.
calling me a pirate.
Anytime in the last few weeks.
I mean, I know of
2 off the top of
my head.
Think before you speak. You're not the first
Yeah?
person I've had to tell this
One.
week.
One is very.
Well, you are not a Viking, darling. You're my stylish Viking. Well, you are not a pirate. You're stylish Viking. That is it.
I'm a pirate.
Hello, darling.
He was asking if
Do you have a moment to talk?
that pirates do.
I think so. Yeah.
It'll just be a brief second.
Well, from
Okay.
Okay. Historical facts. The reason why I say that because pirates
What's up?
actually have an eye patch over
Okay.
their eye because when they
I guess Kise, you can explain a little.
I do
since
suppose.
You
Yes.
did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, somewhat. So, I thought you might be interested in learning that we did, in fact, do a bit of an experiment with what you so graciously gave a few weeks back.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Come into work when you're done. You gotta work behind.
Got
Oh,
it.
dear.
I'll be right there.
Sorry,
Shall
we'll
be
make it
brief.
quick.
It's
Let us say that the experiment was quite interesting, to say the least. It is not perfected, but it had quite a, let us say, unique. Did we tell you what we were planning to do?
You wanted a potion that made people stronger, right?
Oh, indeed. All right, so yes, we tried
Yes.
that. It very much worked.
Well,
An ingredient from me.
I'm going with you.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to.
it
Glad to hear.
worked.
He doesn't need a fucking
A little too well.
It's gonna be right over here.
Yes. We do not know how much that was the extra ingredient or the original mixed with the extra ingredient.
Echo, do you want me there?
Yes, it had a very unforeseen magical effect. Is the only way I can describe it.
Is everyone okay?
Yes, he is fine.
The wolves who attacked me, no.
That is, well, yes, except that. But that is their fault.
Everyone else involved, yes, I drank it.
Okay.
Which brings me... I'm fine. I was actually more than fine.
I'm sure details. I'm sure you can fill me in later. But
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Would you like to help me field test it in a sparring match?
Obviously not now.
Yes, obviously not now.
Sure. I mean, you have my number already, so you just call me. We can set a day.
Wonderful.
Yes. Do you go? I heard you were part of the Aegis place.
Yes, I'm agent at Aegis.
Do they have an area for sparring up there?
Yeah, we have a simulation room.
There and I've had for a couple of years where to go
It's
from
a
sources.
pretty safe
Oh, I'm so
environment.
sorry.
People can go pretty crazy in there, actually.
Oh, well then that... If you don't mind, we may visit you to... words, if you wouldn't mind. Could we visit you to do the field test there? Since, honestly, that's probably the safest place we could go.
I've welcomed guests up a bunch, but if a guest wants to fight, there's some legal waivers you're going to have to sign off on.
Oh, of course. I don't mind
the
signing any
steps.
waivers.
We can. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
So when you get up there, you'll have to sign a waiver, and then any equipment or any like abilities you have, you'll have to let the system record. So you'll just, we can give you a training dummy or something. You can kind of go at it. And once that's done, we can do whatever you need.
Okay, that sounds
Lovely.
that sounds actually perfect.
Indeed.
But yes, that's all we wanted to inform you of because we were using, well, things from you, and I wanted to ask you that.
Yes, thank you, darling.
You, of all people, at least deserve to know what we were.
Don't be afraid to ask, but I should probably get going.
Of course, of course.
Yes, don't let me keep you any longer.
Yeah.
What kind of weapon that is?
Busy day for him.
Wonderful.
It seems so. I'm sorry, what was that?
I guess I'm just kind of curious about what kind of weapon you're testing.
The weapon.
Let us start with this. Hello, darling. What is your name?
Yeah.
That is the good first step before you ask someone about their weapons.
Do you just know everyone, Kise?
No, not at all. That's why I'm asking. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure those people just walked by and said hello, Kise.
Oh, sorry, I was very... Oh, yes, that would be, Oh, do you not know Saya and Misakoto?
I have no idea who they are, no.
I've met them in Orlando Soccer in the meat rack.
Yes, I've never met them in my life before.
Ah. Oh, you do know Saya. She was around at the table when, well, when things happened over there. Yeah, she apologized to me as they were talking about food.
You got a gift, my friend.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving us all this.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm distracted a lot when you're involved, Kise, so...
That is true.
Forgive me if I don't remember them.
Yeah, you shall learn eventually.
Line I've ever heard. Work on it.
I wasn't a pickup line. Oh.
Though it could be if you tried. Though again, yes.
Yes, of course. When I try, of course, I'm gonna put a little more effort into it.
Oh yes, you put in quite a bit of effort, I've noticed.
There's no slime here.
Oh, Vulcan, darling, good to see you.
How you doing?
Quite well. How about you, darling?
Yeah.
Splendid.
Now remember,
Wonderful.
selfie with your metagram.
Yes, of course, of course. This is apparently a champion, I believe. Potter.
That's my,
Yeah.
Yes, this Dragon's Fireplace.
Change the name, but I don't know what to change it to.
Ah.
Fair. What? Holy shit.
Oh, just explaining to my...
Straight up an explicative or something in there. So, you know how it is. People with sticks up their ass when we need to change things.
Of course, of course. Oh, this is my bodyguard, Wolfram.
No, there's a little something I need to talk to you about, but I don't think that this is the right place to do so.
I like the eye patch. Badass.
Very true.
You get one of the smallest fist bumps I could possibly ever up. There we go. Anyways, I'm gonna walk around a little bit.
Yes, you enjoyed
See
it.
you here, though.
Of course.
Alright.
Yes, I saw them at the Line Fork and got a picture for the metagram. You know, a celebrity, whatnot. People want pictures.
Get on the other side.
Why? Do I need to put you through?
You shove me in.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well.
Ah, quite the show here tonight. Oh. Okay, darling, hello.
Be careful of the lamp. Be careful of the lamp.
Oh, it's so good to see your radiance, as always.
Good as you as well, darling. How have you fared?
I've been fantastic. How about you?
Oh, quite busy, but quite wonderful. Got plenty of work done with my kizami making recently, so I have plenty of time to play now that I've done my work.
Excellent.
The tavern is quite bustling tonight, so do enjoy.
Yes, indeed.
This is Vulcan. Oh yeah, modern the seminar.
Yes, darling, and it's called networking. Part of being this influencer, I'm told.
Oh, right. I forget that. I forget that sometimes. That would explain why so many people know who you are.
Of course, dear.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm trying to link
I am popular.
to these different faces.
Indeed, you are. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm with someone so famous.
I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Of course I will. I always do.
And there's nothing to worry about.
Your judgment, but if I see him,
Beat the ever-living fuck out of him if you see him in the warrens, right? But like outside of it, talk to him. Actually talk to him.
I will.
Yes, Sakoto-san over here is apparently a Miko. I have not seen one in a very long time.
Take my massive.
Would you like to go talk to her?
As I was saying,
I suppose if she's not busy.
right over here. I know, but fuck all about
Which side of the table do you want, sir?
Do you think we're a Hanghill competitor?
Your eyes. Have they always done that?
It's a place.
Remember what color that is?
I'm trying to.
Oh, are they close? Do they do that? Yeah.
Oh,
Iris. Hello, Iris. I hope they're well.
You said massive metal glass, but the key is massive.
And I hope you are well.
Yes, good to see you, Sakoto-san.
I don't want to.
So many.
Oh.
Every time I go up there, she's always.
I feel like I'm looming, and I don't want to be looming.
It's fine, but every time you turn, I cannot talk to her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just to know about them.
All right, darling.
Are you talking about LG? You good? Okay, you're good.
Is that what her name is?
I don't know what to do in these situations.
Simply go up, darling. You are with me. Own it.
She's nice. Yeah.
How have you been, Sakoto, dear?
She asks a lot of questions.
Hello.
I hope you are. I'm curious to talk to her then.
Oh, doing quite well, dear. How about yourself? It has been a while.
Doing alright. What in the?
Been very busy. I see. Oh, there was suddenly a poof of black smoke. Pardon me, dear. That was something.
Let me just.
Oh?
Very strange.
Oh, this is something for Aya. I see.
You met Arden?
All the prices are on, so when you see what you
You're looking to incorporate.
pay up here.
They were most kind.
Sorry, I'm
Her name's Elegy, which evidently is a song for dead people. Credits there and I'll get it for you.
So,
I should know about that. So they have to secure your
Well, from who is our third brethren?
Well, I understood this. I just
What?
did not know this.
Kise worship the
Is this a
third
word
one.
in common?
Kise said it was the third one.
The druids. No, I think it's the first
What are you talking
And a
about?
new one.
Seem to be.
I've never heard of them.
Kise, you said it was
Oh, they're speaking of Ethan, yes?
So,
Or what will be Ethan.
Ethan.
They at least has given me offerings. Whether he must be another proper worshipper will be up to him. If he tries to insult us further.
Now I remember. He was
I forget how she said she showed up.
the one calling you some word I can't remember on top of my head right now. But
Oh, hey there, Blossom Pop, how you doing?
Yes, at least he didn't compare the Kise to shit.
Yes.
No, the context is there.
The ghost is here.
Oh? Oh, what? Oh!
Quit
Hello, Maddie
acting like
dear.
our guild master, our guild mistress isn't a ghost.
Yeah.
No,
Good to see you, dear.
It also go invisible.
Oh, you look lovely.
You might be freaked out by that, but Via can do this.
Yeah, very fancy. How have you been, darling?
The name is V. Via Big
Bored.
Oh no, bored. Who's been making you bored? Tell them to give you something interesting to do.
Very, very
You should make them dance for you.
Buster making everything bored.
What's that on?
Wait, what?
Oh.
You left.
He was?
That's
from my mother's side of the family.
He left?
Right. I suppose it's just
You're by yourself?
At least I know it's here.
What?
You jump
Sometimes
scared.
I go to Sabodo. Sometimes I go to Aura. Sometimes
That's
I go
a child.
Ghost child. How are you so scared of this?
Quit calling them an it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
You call them an it again, you're going to regret it. Do you understand?
She's scary.
When did he?
I don't care.
Hi, Snowy, how you doing?
Don't call them an it. Show them some respect.
That would be like calling me an it.
if I really want to be.
Don't know its pronouns.
There's this place, but
I'm sure they them.
Regardless of whether you do or not, you don't call them an it.
place perhaps. Small village.
Understand.
When I don't know you all too well.
I can't bend the neck any further at the moment. I understand the message.
Probably is not one that would fit you. There are several people I know that work for.
Okay, dear.
Not know if you get into those.
Having some nice time after a lot of work. Oh, you did your hair.
I'm going to walk over here.
Sorry, very loud,
It was
darling.
very loud. Yes.
Because you're a very good girl.
That didn't work.
Oh, that's not as loud.
How are you? How have you been, by the way, Mr. Wolfham? And I enjoyed the new outfit a lot. This looks like this fits you. I like it. And that's not me being patronizing, by the way. You're making fun of you. This legitimately looks awesome.
I don't know why you would be making fun of me. Everybody's been complimenting my new outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Honestly, this looks like a version of the outfit that you would normally
Have some myths to share. What sort of nits?
Oh, well, I ran into a man and he took me into this store. And he told me to put all of this on and he sold it to me.
The man in the gas mask? He also works for us. Yeah,
A stylist that comes to you.
Personally, that's a... Well, firstly, that's a really good salesman. Secondly, it does look good on you, so you did a good job and a good choice.
Oh, well, I wouldn't call him that good of a salesman. He didn't sell me the yellow pants that came with this.
Actually, that reminds me.
That is a very good
They were
thing.
very hideous.
Oh, hello, dear.
Yeah. Yo, hello. Yes. How do you do? I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to pull off yellow.
Oh, quite well. How about yourself, darling? Sorry, it is very loud.
Just like the Imperial
Yes,
Fist, but that's no story.
Yes, well, yes, I was just told. Also, I have to say, I do like the shirt. Very fetching.
Thank you. Wow, I should
Trying to
wear
be one of
this
those
more often.
trendsetters. Yes, apparently.
Yes, well, I'm okay. I suppose this is a bit of an unusual subject for me to change things into, but I'm trying to look for new organizations. See, I was previously working somewhere as a guard, but it seems like that's falling apart on the inside. You know, internal political drama, that sort of thing. And I'm thinking...
poor dear.
Yes, I'm thinking that it's probably not going to be lasting for too much longer, and I'd rather stick with something that's a bit more stable. And I'm just wondering, would any of you happen to know of any organizations that might be interested in, well, someone of my skill sets?
Ah, potentially more balances. Oh, that is a skill set.
Yes.
Well, Kise, would you like to make the pitch then?
I do suppose. Well, we can at least say that we may have a particular organization. We are part of a guild, but it is not one that is considered adventuring or mercenary sort. Though we do have security, of which having some more would not be out of the question, certainly. Though our particular type of guild is more, let us say, artisan and educational. We are called Modern Mythic Relations.
Though, depending on the nature of our guild, it does require special components. So every now and then, we will...
That is true.
...need to venture out and acquire such things.
Very, very true.
Sorry, what? So it's education and research?
Education, research, artisanry, the creation of various artificery items or potions or other various things. I create kizami myself, special enchanted tobacco of my own creation, for solving certain problems when it comes to interpersonal issues between those who may be more monstrous, let us say.
No alcohol here. Alcohol here.
Interesting. I mean, I think that's... I mean, that would definitely be a change of pace from guard's duty, for certain. But...
I work as... it's similar to guard duty, but not as demanding.
Yes, well...
Yes, most of us know how to not cause a fuss.
Yes, well, I think it is just the whole thing that I was initially... Well, the initial intention of my creation was to serve more on the line of duty, but I think I am quite enjoying the whole thing of the slower life, so to say.
Yes, of course. Well, if you ever wish to at least observe our guild, there is simply a bit of a entry procedure to getting to our dear island, but you're more than welcome to come. Oh, do you have one of those cards, darling?
That's my favorite.
Can I have another energizing tea?
They can have mine.
Where's Echo? Oh.
There we are.
That's very
thank you very much.
That's very nice of you.
Interesting.
You're more than
Well,
welcome to
very-
visit.
Anonymous relationships also focus on relationships and troublemaking with relationships.
Kibbs, we already gave him the
Yes.
spiel. Thank you.
Yes, dear. Oh, so not troublemaking, trouble
appreciate it,
solving.
though, nonetheless. Yes.
Is the wording different?
Yes. People tend to come to us when they're having issues, let us say, either, well, dealing with things that their own physiology may make unsafe for having interpersonal relationships with other species. Such as if one happened to be in a relationship with a mer person, I happen to create Kisame that allows one to grow gills for a short while.
Right, I see, I understand. I think I have heard of I heard of your organization though through I think it was a previous name?
Oh yes, of course. Yes, it has been updated since then. People were getting the wrong idea.
Yes, people were getting the wrong idea, the very wrong idea. So we figured to prevent that, a name change was for the best.
Yes, well, I suppose that is only fair.
Yes.
So
Until our proper guild hall is created, we have been at least meeting up on a island that is being rented. Until things can be complete and we get enough funds.
Feel free to contact me if you ever
So yes, renting, yes, I am somewhat familiar with the process.
Yes, we've gone through several islands at this point, and it was very hard to find one that fit everybody's physiology of sorts. Having enough space.
Yes, I can imagine. Something that can house both large and small, I'd imagine, would be somewhat difficult.
Oh, indeed, that is why the proper guild hall is taking so
Yes.
long. Much enchanting to be done. Must allow for any kind
Yes,
of
of course.
member. Elementals, very large, very small, things like that.
Yes, like
Amphibious.
Via over there is one of our members.
Indeed.
Oh, I can show you a picture.
The very large cat woman.
Yes.
She's not giant.
Yes, my point is she's very large. I'm just going to be quiet.
Yes, I was very much aware as she was backing out in reverse from the front door as I was trying to walk in.
Yes.
I understand. I know what you're trying to say.
If I had a gold coin for every time that happened, I would have
Oh,
2
you should
gold
definitely
coins, which is not a lot, but
come
weird that
visit.
it happened twice.
No? Yes, you would definitely fit in perfectly.
Well, honestly, it sounds like a nice community at the very least, and yes, if it's something where it's just seeming to help come up with solutions for people's various issues.
Yes, there are plenty of guilds involving war, not enough involving love.
And yes, I think that would actually be a very nice change of pace.
Well then, do look forward to seeing you. Sorry, what was your name, darling?
My name is Jack. Jack Rumple. It's a pleasure.
Jack. Kisegawa. You may call me Kise.
Kise, right? And
Wolf Romani.
Wolf Romani. Right. Okay.
Wolf Romani.
Wolf.
Sorry, I said that very quickly.
Okay, Wolf.
Your accent is very sexy, but very difficult to understand sometimes.
Yes. My apologies.
Well, that is quite alright. But yes, I think it is just a case of, well, trying to figure out where I want to go from here, so this sounds like a good option to go down at the very least. So yes, thank you very much.
Of course, dear. We hope to see you.
Right. We're gonna have an opening tomorrow on Monday.
Oh, yes. We normally meet up on Monday.
Okay, then
Sometimes
yes,
we do
I
other
shall...
days if the guild mistress or guild master are absent. With her.
Actually, what
Rental.
times, might I ask?
Generally about around 9 p.m. Eastern. Zephyr time.
Right,
Goes a
yes,
bit
I
late.
think I know what time. Yes, no, I quite understand. But yes, right, it's well. I'm going to have a walk around a little bit. So, thank you very much for your hospitality.
Of course, darling.
Right.
Hello.
Lily Pad, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome.
Why are you sniffing me?
It's well, I do it.
Wolfram Ramani.
You are not special in that regard.
What? No. What?
Yeah.
Kibbs, you should know my name by now.
He's the high priest.
Yes, Wolfram, High Priest. Sorry, I was really
Wolfram
entertained.
Mani, not Romani. Wolfram
Just stop.
Mani.
He made,
Mani.
Yeah, he made my growth ring.
Okay,
Yes.
so not together.
If you wanna.
So, Wolfram Rami.
So anyway,
Yes, it is my name and my surname.
Okay. Thank you for clarification. Actually, was curious. It was one word.
If you ever have a question, Kibbs, just ask. Unless it's insulting Kise, I can almost guarantee you I won't get upset.
do you have any insight on that, or is it
Oh, Kise now.
Or if you call me a pirate.
Yes, he will get very
we're gonna
upset.
have words.
Like,
Maybe a freelancer, but never a pirate.
Sensei.
What?
People would definitely know it was not Sensei.
Privateer.
It was a me-sized Sensei running around.
Arguably the same thing, but arguably different as well.
What's going on? Or?
I mean, that is your choice, but I think it's
Pirates use pirates often use privateer as a way of getting around from, well, the law. So
To what we discussed before with like the whole corruption, not corruption, but the whole
Day before yesterday, people were
Yes.
somewhat wondering if that is.
Kate, how have you been though since last week? Have you seen Daisy?
Oh, quite a gathering of hobbies tonight. Oh. Having fun, darling?
yes, and
I was playing with Jetski.
something tells me the green one is related to Echo.
They were declared
Really?
an enemy and potentially to be arrested.
Yes, I heard the tone.
The sort.
There's no mistaking that tone. That sounded like it came from a family member.
Left enough of a
You
bad
see.
taste in people's
I
mouths.
don't
The dark
know
one I
enough
heard
about
was named
your politics
Elegy.
there, but is the king well liked?
Which also matches Arya.
It's a king, right? You have a
That
king
is
or a-
quite the coincidence.
I've been meaning to water
yes.
and
People seem to get on with him.
Why is everyone going upstairs?
I do not know. Well, there is that shrine.
up there. Of Link's Lightbringer.
Insulting
He is a bit of a cunt.
Local deal.
Then almost everybody that I can.
Have the
Elise, how are you, darling?
Jerk is better.
Good to see you, Elise, dear.
Hello, Elise.
carefully.
Oh, are you alright, dear?
Hi.
You seem very tired.
I can see I'm not exactly like.
I've been reading
So I'm just gonna go.
a lot, and apparently, it's been 3 days.
The more you say that, like you're happy, the less.
Oh. You and Echo, why does everyone work themselves so hard? Are you going to need those melatonin gummies you mentioned?
It wasn't work. It was passion, and I got really fixated on it, and it didn't feel like free.
Passion? Really? Is that what they call it now?
I have a passion for what I do.
Oh, yes. So you had 3 nights of passion. Do tell me about them.
You aren't.
As with my other sister, she gave us.
I need to know, Elise.
I see what you're doing.
Said the magic words, darling.
Honestly speaking,
yeah.
I'm genuinely worried about me.
I think she meant it.
Don't other people do that?
You don't like lying.
I think what she meant was it's her passion to read, not the other kind of passion.
But it could be the erotica, darling. Was it erotica?
It happened in the past, at least from my perspective.
If it was, do tell me.
I think it was work, my dear.
It was a bunch of different things I was able to scrounge together for magical materials and how to make use of them.
Oh, so it was work. I see.
But it's not work to me, it's fun.
But you sound so tired,
I was just about
dear.
to point that out.
Well, it's not my fault. I got a lot more projects laid on me, and now I'm like, Mona told me I'm like ahead of something, and I don't know why, but apparently it comes with more work.
Oh.
Don't overwork yourself, Elise.
Yes.
Take time for yourself and relax.
Like she tells everyone you also need to relax, and I'm certain she would understand.
They have met from the meeting.
Especially because of that.
But it was fun.
That is fine, but we wish to actually see you chipper when you are having fun, darling.
I was relaxed.
Hello, Echo.
I was so relaxed that I just kept going and go. Thank you.
No, just these two in front of
Maddie.
Just these two?
Just these two in front of me.
Oh, that's what you meant by okay, only one space. Gotcha. Thanks, Rain.
One engineer to the other. While it may be fun and
Wolfram.
enjoy and love what you do,
Yeah, Kisegawa. You can call me Kise.
to certain projects.
Good to meet you.
A couple nights.
So you have a
Oh, I see. I figured that they were related to you, given how they were talking to you.
kind.
Reminds me of my own sister.
She was the one who gave me mine.
Oh, you have a sister?
Before they go.
Yes, I do.
Color me surprised. That color's green.
Are you envious?
Wow, then you are very
We have
surprised.
something in common.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yes, thank you for explaining.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yep. Kise is a Tsukumogami.
Who's that, Echo?
He's a smoking pipe.
Echo's sister.
Yeah, she was
I knew.
We are meeting so much family.
It was like
My name is Arya.
Elise, are you sure you're okay?
Yes. I've been busy reading a
I'm
lot.
assuming that this isn't how she usually is.
No.
I'm glad.
No.
She's had a lot of work.
Okay, great. Because she almost collapsed on the stairs. So
Time to take a break.
apparently,
Time to take a break.
Yeah, you absolutely fucking
apparently
are.
you can't go and read as long as you want, and then someone tells you it's been 3 days, and they're just getting mad.
She needs some of those melatonin
What did you have to
gummies.
drink earlier? What did you have to drink earlier?
Well, they said it was supposed to be energizing, but I don't feel very energized right now.
Do we have anything to flush systems?
Talking, asking questions.
Think of what?
On me, no.
We appreciate it.
How about this? How about this? Do you want to fall asleep, darling?
What?
Do you want to fall asleep?
I'm a kind short stack.
Okay, here she goes.
Should I?
What is she about to do?
You probably
Oh, no, you
should
sound
rest.
pretty tired.
I should I'll take a nap eventually.
She was the one to help us
Why
go
don't you take
to
5,
sleep
okay,
when we were
darling?
younger.
No.
She's the oldest sibling in every stereotype of the word. So you don't have to worry. It's her that's here. You were.
This wouldn't be your.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
you
do I
were.
need to scoop you up? Should I scoop you up again?
No.
Yeah?
That's my
Yeah?
responsibility now.
Oh, there she goes.
Uh-huh.
I'm much
That
better.
is the most comfortable couch. See, perfect.
That's my responsibility. I'm the one who carries you now.
Like I said, compared to some of my other sisters, she's the most, I feel, cordial out of them all.
Oh, thank you, Cherry Blossom. So do I.
Still lacks on the checking if boundaries are okay, but
You might want to stick with
I can excuse that.
Perfectly fine,
Or Belle.
Well, honestly speaking, she was trying to help in a sense. She was.
But she said I could.
At least when it came to Elise.
She even approved of it being in my phone.
If she gave permission.
Boy, I could cut the tension with a knife.
Would you like to?
I'm good.
It'd
You know, I'm
genuinely
just
be
gonna.
helpful.
I'm just gonna walk over here. Wow.
I walk over with you. I definitely don't feel very comfortable over here. You know? I'm big, scary, and people need bodyguards against me. It's great.
Both of you.
Thank
you so much.
Is that what's...
Amanda, I know. You're wary of her.
Good evening to the two of you.
It's not like it's my sister running around here.
Oh yes, that feels somewhat familiar suddenly.
It is a kindness you do to others.
We are in neutral territory. I don't think she's gonna threaten her on.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I left my phone. I left my phone back at the house. So...
I have mine. We help people.
I also have my data pad if you need to call anyone.
I'm gonna
Yes.
explore the ground.
Can I pull you away for a moment?
3.
Okay, come on. Nice to see you again.
See
Out like a light issue?
Oh, she needs it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Enjoy your evening.
Why must everyone decide that when they get more work, they must get through all of it suddenly? All at once.
Physicians say usually 80 to 90% of the time. And we're a workaholic.
Far too many people are that.
I think it was the flux, but I could be wrong. I could have missed it.
For me, I literally could not rest. My cryostasis fluid on my medical pod right now, and I couldn't go back into stasis to sleep.
Yes, her sleep.
So I was stuck awake taking naps.
Obviously, with my feathers.
That's unfortunate. Oh, excuse me. Ooh.
Mostly green on blue.
Yes, that's unfortunate.
You don't fall asleep on me, darling. Hello, Jade.
Oh, of course not. I got tired of being called a pirate.
You know what? Fair enough.
Oh no.
Who the fuck's calling you a pirate?
I walk for 2 seconds in the meat rack. Literally 2 seconds.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think your first mistake was going to the Mirak.
To be blunt, and I mean this with every bit of respect to the Metaverse people, but they have it shitty down there. My god, they're assholes.
Yes, I have noticed. Not all of them, but.
Oh.
He saved my life.
Have you seen Mona at all? I kinda did something that I need to tell her about.
Not recently. What did you do?
It's nothing bad. There's nothing bad.
No, let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
yes.
You're going to tell me.
Little ghost speak.
It's nothing bad.
Yeah, really, the only thing I've heard them.
You are still telling me because I wish the gossip. Also, hello, Saya. Good to see you, dear.
Jaden, I want to believe you. Trust me, I do.
It's fine. Look, shut up, Saya. I'm not in trouble.
What did you do?
To be determined,
No,
Saya.
he's very much in trouble. He's
To
very
be
much
determined.
in trouble.
No. I didn't do it. It's nothing bad.
What did you do?
Elise was up there when I did it. And so was Roland. Shut up, Saya!
What did you do?
I may have invited Malleus McKay to our meetings.
What? To be fair, he was already invited, so I'm surprised why you did it again.
We changed our name, remember? I don't think he knew that.
So, let me get this straight. You invited this man who is apparently rumored to collecting. Collecting.
Yes, I know
rare
the
things.
rumors. Sigurd, I know the rumors. Trust me, I know. I had this argument with Roland to the fucking Aegis Cathedral. But at least let the bad idea play out before it gets proved to be a bad idea.
I am not going to let a bad idea play out when I have a very rare thing sitting on my shoulder.
Thing?
There are a lot of very rare things in it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be vague.
Sigurd.
I wish it was that simple.
There's a reason why. I can't say what that reason is because it is not mine to tell. I need you to trust me on this.
I've heard the rumors about this man. He's a very bad man, from what I understand. And you just invited him to a place filled with things.
I know
people he can. Then why did you do it?
Who are we talking about?
Bit further.
Please.
So.
Look. All I can say is this. I can't say the reason why because it is not for me to say. Rather, I gave my word that I wouldn't say anything. I need you to trust me on this.
I believe... Jaden... You invited a man who supposedly collects...
I know what I did, Sigurd. I've heard those rumors.
Don't
from a lot
call
of
me
people.
that.
More coming
Outside
over.
of the guild.
Who the fuck are you?
You Echo sister.
Later.
I'm not
Right now.
I'm not poisonous to the touch. I don't.
No. It's not a you thing. It's a.
It's a
Another
private
situation,
matter with the
actually.
guild.
Legitimately, I'll tell you about the guild later. In a bit. Come here.
Okay.
It is a shopping center for him at this point. That guild.
You think I don't know that?
Then why did you do it in the first place? I don't care about the reason.
Fucking say.
Do you realize that you've potentially endangered every single person at that guild?
I'm aware of what I fucking did. If something goes badly, I'll take the fucking risk.
What?
But I'm doing
Risk
this with good
is so
fucking
great.
intentions.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
You can hate me all you want for it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm doing the right thing for a very fucking good reason.
If anything happens to anyone, Jaden, it's going to be very bad, you know that.
I know that.
I'm heading out, you three. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Gibbs.
Well, good day, Kibbs.
You think I don't know the fucking rules? You think I haven't heard everything from almost fucking everyone I have come across?
Here is a different question, if we cannot ask the obvious one. Does this involve some sort of plan for dealing with him if he comes to?
I'm sorry, at this point, you have to tell me what the reason is. With this person being invited, you have to.
How's it sound? I'll tell Ice. I have to live with Ice. If Ice throws me off the fucking balcony.
Ice can deal with
That is good enough, I suppose.
My word to someone that I wouldn't say anything about it.
And Jaden, I consider you a good friend. But the gods save you if anything happens to Kise.
I'm aware of that. I'm very fucking aware of that.
I trust you. This person I do not. But you yourself said it was probably stupid, which means you shouldn't have done it in the first place. Regardless of that reason.
You'll lead for something important. Something
I understand. However, is it worth risking countless number of your friends?
Shouldn't have said anything in the fucking first place. I know the risks, and I still went through with it. If something goes bad, I'll take the blame, and I'll reason with it to Mona.
Oh, at this point, if anything goes bad, it's no longer on you. It's
Mona should be the one to know, honestly.
at this point, if anything bad happens, it's no longer just on you. It's on the entirety of the security.
I want to tell you why I did it. I want to, but I gave my word that I wouldn't say anything.
Given that he never showed up in the first place, even back then, I doubt he will even stop by. He seems to be one of those busy sorts.
Yes, while the odds of him showing up are very slim. What kind of resources?
Resources people like you and me don't have access to.
Jaden, I know a councilman of Zafira who I'm sure would probably help me if I asked him.
Oh, that is true.
If you're talking about Godir, I don't think Godir could help with this. Otherwise, I would have spoken to him myself already.
So you haven't actually talked to him, so you don't know if he could or not. You just assume.
Talking to Malice wasn't even my idea.
Then whose bright idea was it?
I can't say. Don't ask me to betray my word to someone I care about.
Well, your word just put all of our guild members in danger.
You think I don't fucking know that?
Darling, that is not even true, and you do not have to be so harsh about it. It was already out there because
I
of
have to
me.
prepare.
Technically, even if we changed our name, he is a very smart person. He would be able to find out. We did not know back then
damn well I
anyway.
wouldn't do something like this unless I had a very good fucking reason to do it.
That I do wish to believe. I'm not focused on that right now, Jaden. I'm focused on the fact that he is not an idiot. From every conversation I've had with that man, he is far too intelligent to not have known if we changed our name or not. So it really did not matter in this case. If he wished to come, he would find a way. So my initial speaking with him was before we knew any of this, so either way, it was probably going to happen, one point or another, if it was going to happen.
Well, when you first spoke to him, I didn't have a whole lot to lose. Now I have
Yes.
everything.
But,
You think I
like
don't
I
have things to
said,
lose?
what he did does not matter
think I
because
don't
that
have people to
information was already
lose?
out there, darling. It did not matter, and it still does not matter. It changed nothing, that is what I'm saying. We'll all make sure to keep our guildmates safe. And right now I am banking on the fact that he is a far too busy man. And he probably has his own, let us say, what is the right word for this? Outlets for such things.
Business dealings.
He is very, very, very careful, at least from what I've seen. He is that sort of person, from my interactions, that knows when not to make a stupid move. What do they call it? Nowadays, a player recognizes a player. And he plays the game. But now there is nothing new to worry about. But yes, do tell Eyes. Or go straight to Mona. If you are going to tell one person.
Eyes will find out regardless.
But you can even tell her what I said, or Eyes. I do not think what you did mattered in the long run.
Am I now free to go and do what I came here to do?
Yes. Informing him once, he could have just brushed it off as nothing. Though a second person approaching him is different, Kise.
I am uncertain. I've had more than one interaction. Again, even if someone did not come up to him, if he wished, he would have found the information himself through his own venues, darling. And he appears to be one that has many, many avenues. I know you're worried. It shall be all right.
I've just heard bad things.
Yes, dear, so have I. And I've looked him in the face multiple times. He is not foolish.
I believe there's a good hill over here.
A lot of us, I think, take care of her at the cathedral.
Okay, I need to walk around this. I'm sure that.
I know you are worried, my love, but it shall be all right. You and the others will make sure of that. We all will.
I'll tear them apart if I have to. I'll drink the whole damn bottle.
You better not.
Me for you? Of course I would.
I need you. Do not consider that. You have no use to me if you are gone.
Suppose not.
That is not the outcome I wish. It is very difficult to hold you like this.
Yes.
Alright, I do need to get one of those spell storing things from the Wicarium.
Did you ever find out how much it is?
No. Fable was not around last time. It was one of, I suppose, the guards or something, some armored construct.
Well, I suppose money is no issue.
That is what I figured. We should probably have to go together next time.
Yes, hopefully. Assuming I'm not busy.
Oh yes, I know you are so busy now. And, well, at least they have those letter things this time. Last time I had to get Arzik to carry things.
Alright, I suppose. Sometimes I just forget your... Your
Forget
personality
what?
is so large.
Yes.
You're so tiny.
Mm-hmm. What can I say? Luckily, I'm able to get quite a good bit of help.
I try.
That is what I like to see.
I suppose we should go talk to Echo.
Yes. Yes. All right.
No, well, yes, but it would be. It would be.
Oh yeah, he is totally rocking the Vegeta shirt.
What did you do back at home? Huh?
It's a bit of a tribute. Apparently, the character is slightly based on Vegeta.
Nothing really. I sort of was just. I
Spoiled
helped clean
a
around
little
the
bit.
house a little bit. I tried. I wasn't able to do much. Most people just used wind magic to clean and everything else. So it was... Hi.
Water's still useful.
Hello, dear.
It'll be handled.
You know my
The
water.
proper people will be notified.
Okay. Since I already know. Everything's good on this end, I hope.
That's not ominous to hear at all. Hi. Nice to meet you
Hello.
again.
Nice to meet you as well.
It'll be fine.
Everything taken care of. No need for alarm.
I'm one-man army regardless.
Very
There's
true.
no need to worry.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the situation here is. Because we have... what looks to be an Eastern Asian doll come to life.
No.
You know, that's actually...
I'm a spirit.
Knockoff European Majima?
What?
Who?
What?
What?
You know modern media.
It's been 5 years, Echo.
I was going to say, by the way she's dressed, yes, I would suggest so.
She's more modern than you, dear. She's more modern than you. You wear sundresses like it's like 300 years ago.
Is there a problem with the sundress?
No,
What?
it's adorable, but I'm just
I
saying.
bought that for him. Thank you.
I'm saying, well,
My dear, you're also...
it's very fitting. You're from 300
How old?
years ago, no?
Yes, but it was still beautiful, and it was still in the modern Orlando Soccer shop, the mall.
I'm still trying to figure out the situation because we have doll,
Not a doll.
Yakuza man.
I'm a pipe.
He's a pipe.
Who? Yeah, Yakuza. Did you have
Okay,
heard you mention that
didn't
before?
know that about their life, but thank you.
Oh yes, the
Yakuza.
Smoking
gangs, crime.
I can still take it that way, you know that, right?
Wait, do I look like I'm in a gang?
Like, yes, she is smoking. That's beyond the point.
Would not think so.
Oh no, poor Echo.
What?
Echo, did you just say Kise's hot?
No, I said that she's a pipe. She's a smoking pipe.
Yeah, she
She's
sure is
making it
smoking.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
My bangs.
Poor baby.
Yeah?
There's a reason why I cover my bangs now. Or I use my bangs to cover my eyes.
Okay.
Anyways, he's not part of the Yakuza. He's security in the guild I work.
No, I figured that he's not actually a fucking Yakuza.
He's most certainly not.
If he was, do you think that this man would be so unshaven and so untattooed?
I have a tattoo
Oh, he has plenty of tattoos.
on my
yes.
back.
He does have a back tattoo, actually.
Bad man. Okay.
Is that actually what the back of the shirt says?
I don't.
Yeah.
Is it? What is it? Is it a brand? I don't know what that is.
It might be a
a
brand.
bad
I don't know.
man.
I've never seen that brand of.
Bad
Yeah, he's
man.
actually quite good. I'm trustworthy.
Alright.
Like I said, like, you wouldn't be my roommate without a reason.
But here's the thing. Is that this I could get? You're also a maid.
Head of the Department of Art Service.
Head of the maid department.
Do you want a maid outfit?
Did you not tell your?
That's right. I have to do training.
If it's
Is
free.
this something new?
I mean,
Oh, I get. Welcome. I guess he just hired you. Welcome to the.
I'm not working. I'm just taking the
Oh
shit.
well.
If he's doing it, I'm taking it.
I have.
It looks like I'm not the
You
only
see,
one taking something from you.
Whose sibling are we going to find next?
Oh. I don't know.
Let's hope I don't have a sibling.
Hi, Double.
Oh, hello, Double.
Hello, Double.
Hello, Double.
Welcome to the new party.
Okay.
Echo sister.
Front, by the way.
I quit.
Yes, I think I'm going to do that. Oh, okay.
Fully in the gutter. I cannot process anything you say without that filter now. I hope you know.
I don't know what was said, but I've.
So much has been going on at
idea.
once that so many loud voices, it is very hard to keep track.
Yes, I feel like I need a fucking drink after all of that.
Go lucky.
Well, it will have to be
Not gonna
tea
find
here,
alcohol
darling.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
Language, please.
Sorry. Can I have some tea, please?
Particular
What kind of tea would you like?
The maid outfit on the bird.
Something that is calming for
Going
him, I would
surprising?
say. He needs that.
Then probably calming tea, which is tranquility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Harpy.
Yes, please.
From personal experience, it helps a lot.
We'll be right back.
I could probably use that.
Happy with
A lot of information all at once.
Tall
Yes,
cup,
darling.
Orange bottle at the end.
Orange. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yes. Though there are maid outfits that aren't. I just like the traditional. Yeah, I like that. A little bit of purple.
That'll be 10 credits.
I echo so.
Thank you.
There you are.
This whole would
Goes with everything.
go on. You sound like you have something to say.
I don't have anything.
You got payment from them, yeah?
Yeah, I was worried because
Yeah, there you go.
Bell's
Thank you.
Mandalorian made for me. Here, I'm gonna stand out to the side over here. I was thinking black because the count's hard to see.
Stand over here. Come on.
A lot of Mando armor. I don't want to block the menu. Means something. I'm not blocking the menu.
Kise did our.
I'm gonna grab your wing. Come here.
I'm
Come
not.
here, get
I'm just gonna
closer.
move right here. I'm going. Man, no, if
Okay.
you ever need help.
Did our certain new acquaintance
Looking after.
that we were. Wow, there is a lot of noise going on right now.
Yes, there very much is.
Inspire, so we've been taking me.
I'm going to move over here.
Usually outside. I hope you find the flowers you want.
You know what? Sure, I'll stand here. There are certain.
There's some flowers out in the field.
Me.
Bonk. Be nice.
No, you. They don't get to do that. Not after with the information I was given.
suppose. At this point, I'm getting...
Okay, focus. There are certain blonde-headed
Also, to be fair, that may
acquaintances.
have been a good thing.
Is she okay, by
Yes,
the
what
way?
about?
I
She is
don't
very
know.
tired. That is that.
Okay.
Hello, Double.
I can't remember. Did they give us a cover?
Okay. Have a safe
Did they give us contact information?
See you later,
Wait,
princess.
Remember when we had to be whisked away from Orlando Soccer to have a very
Yes.
long conversation with...
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
My memory
so.
is hazy.
And if not,
Okay.
then someone most certainly has it by this point. And you know who I'm talking
I
about.
think... yes, I think they have it. I just can't remember for certain.
The cathedral.
I shall
If
think back on
we-
it. And look
I
around the
remember
room.
giving them my information. Yes, I remember them giving... I was giving my information. I don't remember if they gave me theirs.
Like these right away.
So definitely check
Because,
your math rock when you get home. Because I know they do that sort of thing where they touch them together and it just tends to go both ways. Sometimes.
Dakota, whenever you're free, I would like to talk to you. We can talk about
yes.
desire too.
I've been meaning to tell them about the person who came to the guild.
Ah, yes.
But a lot of things have happened since then, so
Very much so,
I
yes.
had forgotten.
Hmm.
The memory thing again, just
Have you been busy as well, Double?
medically, the cerebrum can take damage.
Yes, mostly working on new spells and such, and getting them unlocked and grafting them onto my body.
Anything new and interesting from that?
I'm gonna go look at the books upstairs again.
Mostly minor spells, and I'm getting... I started the process of reworking some of my own tattoos on my body, since a lot of them have been faded for quite some time.
Oh dear.
Oh, by the gods, I don't need this today.
What?
I don't need this today. Look who's coming.
Oh. Oh, hello dear. His sister.
Dreading me, Sig.
I swear to God.
Excuse me.
A lot of siblings today.
Yes, very, very many.
Oh, did another sibling show up?
Oh. You can do it, darling. I believe in you.
Hello there.
Bye, Maddie. I'm heading out.
How are you?
Oh,
Where'd you
hello,
go?
dear.
I'm gonna go to the
How are you doing? Hi.
It's always good to see you, Maddie.
Is something bothering you?
Hope you're doing well, alright? No. And if you ever need anything,
I mean, if
don't be
something's
afraid to
bothering
let
you, I can make
Dakota
sure
or
to
Dakota
swallow.
know, alright?
I'm going to take this back to them.
We're having to adjust.
Take the chance she's distracted with a different target right now.
Exactly.
Thank you, but...
You having more fun, darling? Find anything interesting to do?
Something far stronger
Good, good.
than morning tea.
What have you been doing?
Unfortunately, that will have to wait.
I've been playing on my Switch and spooking people. I'm trying to be spooky, but I'm not very good at it.
Oh,
I thought you Mona to teach me more about spooky.
Well, you found a very good teacher if you wish to do that.
Happened in a short span of time, and my sister just walked through the door.
Just gonna teach me how to do ghost stuff.
Oh.
Well, that is
Well, how are
lovely.
you trying to
I'm
spook
certain
people?
that she would be very happy that you at least tried. Yes, how are you trying?
Remember me to call me that this time.
Well, I just wear my ghost clothes, and then they can't see me, so then I sneak up behind them, and then I spook them. But sometimes they're just like a little baby bit spooked, and sometimes they get pretty spooked.
Question of the night.
Really?
But sometimes they're not spooked at all.
Give just a moment.
They're just like, oh my gosh, I lost child.
This is Echo's sister.
And I'm like, I'm dead.
like her vibe.
Ah, yes, you should start with that as you pop up. You should also say, "I'm dead."
Name's Rain.
That way they know from the beginning. Yes, darling.
What kind of?
Oh.
I mean,
Ooh.
Also, what
Very
kind of face
scary.
are you making?
at least yours
Because
is cartoon made. I don't know what's up with the
because
whole,
if you're making cute face, they're gonna
you know,
be
modular things got going on, but you know.
enamored by your cuteness rather than scared.
Some might say he's behind as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
And crutches.
it is a good start, though it may be a bit cute for some of these people. They're used to very large
No, my dear
monsters
sister,
that want
that's
to eat
you.
them, that sort of thing. Can you look like a large monster that wants to eat them?
Yes, do you,
A normal bed.
Maybe
if I may
Mona
make
can
a
teach me how to do my face.
suggestion,
Ah,
do
potentially.
something like this.
Ah, there we go.
Sharp
Yes.
teeth.
Ooh.
Very scary.
Maybe Mona can teach me how to put lots of teeth in my mouth.
What is it? I know. I have no
Possibly.
idea. What is it? Is it a brand?
Speaking of teaching things, Mona told us that you taught her something.
What?
Yeah.
You get the shirt.
Wait, what did I teach her?
Man, I was
Apparently,
walking through Zafira.
clothing
He
with
pulled me
your
into
not
this store.
ghost clothes, so she can touch
What
things.
store?
Sort of.
I don't know. It was
She told her to wear
very
some
dark.
gloves so she could
A lot
hug
of
people.
black clothing.
Can't take him seriously when he turns around.
Very
So yes, you taught her something very useful. Well done, darling.
That wasn't my intent. I was just wandering around Zafira.
There's your first problem. You were wandering.
Now she will
around
teach
Zafira.
you quite a good
I
bit
do
to
that
help
so
you
much,
out.
and then you realize.
She owes
What
you a
you
lot.
said, by the way.
The one that he has.
I still don't know what to think about that double.
Did you update your underwear?
Ooh. Ah, there's something you may be able to spook.
Observation.
Question.
I mean, yes, but she's still my. Listen, I don't think of her that way.
It's like, I know you don't.
You're not
Nasty.
I
wrong.
keep
but-
myself clean. Thank you very much. I know exactly where you're going with that.
Oh no.
Almost
I
there.
don't know about that.
I'm finding that rather disgusting, dear. You should go get some underwear.
Well, but
I don't recall asking your opinion,
maybe
Astrid.
some boxers.
Oh, the flux.
Hi, man. Good to see you.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Inside the tavern. Thank you.
Yes, you did. You scared me a lot. Thank you.
Well done, darling.
Open credit, please.
That was the connection. The spooking. You spooked him so much that he's fluxed, darling. That is how spooky you were.
Yeah.
You have the power.
I've never had this much flux in my life. I'll be right back.
Well done.
I've stepped back every time I've reached my arm over.
It's because I don't want to accidentally. Okay, I'm fine.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
have...
come here.
Okay. Alright.
Maddie is the fucking cutest.
Oh, this is cute. This is cute. Very cute.
Look, he's so cute.
I should frame
I
it.
understand now, Wolfram. I understand now, Wolfram.
Why do you look like you want to
Why do
be
you both
dead?
have such problem with your siblings? Me and mine get along very well.
Possibly a little bit, but he's not
I don't
allowed.
know why he has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with him.
Because people are difficult.
They're wonderful.
Oh, I'm not difficult at
Yes.
all.
It all depends on where you mean from, because around the world it has two different.
Yes, I'm
One is a bell that turns into sex, the other one is a bedroll.
It's my
Oh, yes, he's
sister.
quite good
Are
at
you
that.
Are you still bad at baking?
Except with his sister.
Do you think I learned in the past 5 years?
Maybe you can help him.
I don't know. It's been 5 years, 6 years.
Don't know how he can spook his sister.
I learned in the last 5 years looking for you.
You can lift up your
I'll still be cooking them.
I got these
You were still... You spent a long period of your life looking for your sibling as well. Interesting.
Solidarity.
Potentially.
Yes, that's why I have to wear the eye patch. My eye is very spooky underneath.
Yeah.
You get it. You get it.
Oh, wait, they have a
Absolutely
knife.
get it.
Yes, that is the hard part.
Bad man deserves
How's it going,
bullying.
double?
It's like it was like whatever this is going on. Like what's
Right. Ring, can you believe it? You've been voting for 300 years.
It's going well.
300.
Mostly just.
You can do this.
you don't
Rolling
look a day
around.
over 200.
Because I have heard that is very spooky and at least.
Well,
Yes, got him.
thank you.
Do you smoke? I don't know if it's changed. I'm asking.
You're not even gonna look at me, dude.
Adorable.
Come on.
Supposedly Kiseru has a pretty good service.
Hello?
You come here immediately start bullying me? What do you want me to do? Thank you, my dear sister.
Look, she takes pride in what
It's
she does.
sisterly
Right,
love.
Wait a minute. Did they do something to you? What's that?
Hey, Kise.
I'm picking on you because I care.
Hello, Zex's dear. How are you?
Is that not obvious?
I'm good.
No, it's not.
Also, seeing you with your face buried in your arms on the table is adorable.
Well, yes, but that's adorable for me. You're not allowed to steal it.
He's about to break. We should probably give him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh, is this your attempt at that, Cabedon, darling? You need a wall for that.
No. He's in a bad headspace. He needs a moment.
I think I want to see if they can eat.
Well, that was my attempt to stop it, but...
Yeah, of course. Yes, I just started visiting.
I want to get very drunk.
There's the liquor at home.
Yeah.
That is true.
Bye.
You two.
And I forget they're from one god to another god.
I don't drink.
Miss Kise.
Oh dear.
Go home and bake.
Just how? How did
my sister
in the same situation with the same? Oh.
No.
How
The
you
echo
both
is
ended
being-
up in the same situation with the same type of sister?
My sister used to be very different.
Oh, you had it out, darling.
My sister was not different. She was always sort of like this.
Oh, you have a good night, dear. It was good to see you.
Do you also have 5 sisters?
I told them that I want to
4
learn
other sisters? Well,
Oh,
kind of
tell her
3.
what, darling? Sorry.
that I want to learn more spooky stuff.
We will certainly tell her, dear.
Of course.
We look forward to seeing your progress.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna find some
There's a
more.
lot more than that, technically, but we really only count the full-blooded ones.
You enjoy.
They got like
Well, yeah, no.
Full-blooded by, we have a lot of half-siblings.
Bastard's a half sister.
About them now that Buster's gone.
We have a different father.
I have 4 full sisters and a lot of half-siblings, because same dad,
I mean, hey, so long as
different moms.
it depends on how many other siblings you got. Like, I totally get it.
Right.
We got like
Yes, that is quite the bit of similarities.
what, like somewhere about 10 halves, something like that.
She knows the exact number. But yeah, no, it's
Today's turned out to be a very trying day.
To that man's head.
Yes, apparently.
I'm mostly just enamored by the fact that you both had the same reaction. Like, the exact same reaction.
He's very cute. Thank you for pointing it out.
You called my.
It is very cute that you both
you
just
want-
kind of have the
you
same
want to say that out
whole
loud, you go
vibe.
I could help a bit, but I do need a bit of magic
You
first.
called my sister hot.
Yes, it's a factual statement.
Say that again. There were so many voices.
Yes, darling. So I could help with your forehead, but I will need a bit of magic first.
Big.
I'll give you a break before you shut down again.
Hey, what's up?
Fine.
Nothing. Just
Probably best to do it outside rather than
Yes,
inside the tavern.
yes.
if it's not connected to me, it kind of just.
You're not wrong, but I'll never admit it in front of them.
That's your
Enlarge.
Say such a thing.
That is a bit easier.
Between the two of us, I think we'll be able to figure stuff out, eh? So if you want to take a nap or something.
I
mean, like, I've already gone through the closing routine with...
That makes my day mildly better.
I'm
Wow.
certain I can do a bit better.
Infinitely better.
I would think.
Yes, that's why. That's why you're gonna help me take my mind off of things when we leave here.
That was the plan, yes. Mind blank, no need to worry about it. Right?
Right, what in Odin's name? I feel
would
like
assume some sort of Fae or something. We are near Feywild.
I feel like I've
somewhere.
yes, I feel like I've consumed mushrooms.
Well, technically you did, just not recently.
Oh, I mean recently. You as well, friend.
What in the name of the nine?
Echo sister.
Not that. I was assuming they were talking about the.
Oh, the giant. No, I don't know. Maybe that one's related to Echo too.
By the gods and Gaia, Elistray, and all the other elven gods in between, what in the hell am I saying?
I don't know at this point. It feels like a fever dream sometimes.
Okay. I thought I crossed over
Maybe a
into
fever dream, or
Wolf
maybe you
realm
just
for
get
a moment. I thought I crossed over into Lolth's realm for a moment. Really don't want to go back to the Underdark.
Real quickly, you two. I'm heading out to go help Ring get her stuff from her motel.
By the way,
She can at least
yeah.
stay, and
Where would you
then
wanna
I'm gonna
meet
talk
up?
to the landlady
Under what
tomorrow. So then, because there are other empty rooms in the apartment complex.
Sounds like these guys
so at
work
least be
together, so where do
nearby.
these guys work?
Sure.
Oh, good luck
Mostly
with that,
whatever they mean by
dear.
him being the head maid.
He's adorable.
Yep, we have a lot of catching up.
If you ever decide to change your mind about
Very
using
bullyable.
me,
Not
this
as
would be a good
bullyable as
time.
the dog boy over in the gazebo.
I shall
over
have
there.
some.
She does wonders.
Easy picking.
And that's not me speaking bias. That is the truth.
Easier than Batman?
Well, he's my.
I hate it here.
Go that hard on him.
Hey, Ring, do you like marshmallows?
I can do it with him though.
Not allowed to steal from my offerings unless they offer it.
You said you'd help me.
I'm going to walk back inside.
Let's go.
Yep. All right.
Take care.
This realm too much.
Bye bye.
They're doing a citywide rebuilding process back home, so I've been making sure that nobody causes any trouble while the construction is in progress.
I was gonna say, dear brother.
Yes.
Before you talk to them, I'm just gonna head out for the night. I think I bullied you enough. You should take it easy.
Oh, I plan on it. I'm going to get very high.
Good for you.
Close in about 20 minutes.
All right, darling.
Well then.
Understood.
See ya. Bye bye.
So, you good?
I'll answer that after you answer this. You see the giant fish too, right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, then I'm doing
He's a
fine.
patron here. I've seen him
Yes,
twice
sir.
before.
I just wanted to make sure I hadn't somehow consumed hallucinogens.
You did not ask me.
Wow.
Oh, my dear, there are other kinds aside from you. Like mushrooms.
yes.
Specifically the mushrooms
Well, yes, but I am certain you would tell me.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally consume
Yes, darling,
them.
I could have told you that that was real. I sort of did.
It doesn't help to get to double check. Once with
Yes,
you and once with an. It's been a very long
been.
day.
It has.
Very long day.
Speaking of, how was the first night of VR?
Hallucinogens. You okay?
It's gone fine. So a little bit of a memory game, but getting there.
Remember, sleep is important, and then enjoy sunbathing. What realistic word of relaxation for you?
Yes. Drinking copious amounts of alcohol.
If it works for you, it's good for you. Just don't drink too much too.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a real sunfish.
You shall be fine.
Pleasure to meet you.
Right back at you. Ah, how rude of me. My name is Sonny. Sonny the Sunfish. What's your name?
Wolf from Money.
Wolf
Kise.
from Money. And Kise.
That's more so a comment on how they might be perceived.
Swell. Yeah, a little bit rude of calling somebody like a drug, but it's not the first time.
What? No, I was making sure you were real, my friend. Cause sometimes I don't know anymore.
There's a lot of strange creatures from different perspectives here. I like your dress and little collar. Is that real sapphire on your neck?
It's not a sapphire, some sort of crystal, I do not know. A gift from a friend.
Oh.
It's not a collar, it's a necklace.
Wow. Oh. Fair enough. Yeah, it's not the first time I had to make sure that someone is okay. It's not. It's like every day almost.
Yes, of course.
Like they've never
Luckily he
seen
has
a
me, so you do
marine
not need
species
to
before.
worry about him.
Mr. Wolfram, can I get you water at least?
That would be lovely, thank you.
Yeah.
Of course.
Did you have a good night, Via?
Hmm?
Did you have a good night? First night on the job, yes?
Yes, I have had good first night on job.
Wonderful.
I'm just making sure the human is okay.
Could I get another glass of energizing tea? Something quick to drink before I go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Energizing. Darling, you need something to sleep.
No, water will.
Would you like it?
I'm well aware that I need sleep.
Sure.
Water will, thank you.
You and I need to have a talk. But I want Mona there when we talk.
Okay. Oh boy, that's not a good sign.
I can technically pick up heavier than you.
It is.
Alright, for this one is going to be on Via.
Later.
Very well.
We'll go to my apartment after the place closes.
Alright.
I'm gonna head out with you.
I could use a smoke.
By the way.
Yes, I know. It's appreciated.
Where's Quill?
Do try to take it easy, darling.
He's carrying eggs into the back room.
I am certainly trying to.
tell-
It's difficult when people don't know the full picture of things.
We'll let him know that you have to go.
I know. It's fine. There's a thing. Can you tell Quill that I'm heading off
Sen,
when you see them?
Oh, hey,
can I get some stew to
Bye,
go?
Sen. Bye, Kise.
I need
Yeah.
to...
Good night, dear.
Thank you.
Take care. Good to see you, Cassius.
And
Also good to see you, Kise. I hope you're doing all right.
Good to see you as well, darling. It has been a busy night, but I'm all right. How about yourself?
Switching to alternative power source. I'm doing fine.
how do I guess I could put it.
I believe you're the equivalent of
Miss
like,
Via.
what you call peanut butter and jam.
I'm sorry, can you help me ladle out a bowl of soup?
A bowl of soup, you said?
It's two-handed job, I'm sorry. Yeah. If you
Does it need
wouldn't mind
heated or?
doing it for me. Probably.
For the water and a tip.
You just gotta
Thank you,
ladle it
sir.
in. I only have the one. I'm sorry.
I see. Oh, I see. You got to be a little more clear on your intentions of what you need, sweetheart.
Sorry.
Everything all right?
I am uncertain. Because I do not know who I was speaking to.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Let's go.
At least sounded very different.
Wait, that was Elise talking?
That is what I'm saying. I'm uncertain.
It is a very powerful look.
Yeah.
More rugged. Exactly. Yeah. Not the first time nor the last time gonna be. Pointed out and looked at me.
I do not know what happened, and I do not like not knowing the full picture, as she said.
She knows what to do if she's ever closing herself.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good point.
Neither do I, but I also don't think resorting to contacting that sort of person justifies
No, I do not know what this is
anything.
about.
It's been about 20 minutes anyway.
This seems different. It may be about the same subject, but I have no idea.
Well, one can only draw the line, considering how... What's the word? Adamant Jaden was, and then Elise told me to be nice. One can only assume that they're connected somehow.
Yes, potentially. Either that, or maybe Jaden did not give the full story. He has been known to do that.
There's probably wet cloth back here, and I'm going to wipe that.
Yes.
But that is not what I meant. Whatever... That definitely did not sound like Elise before she left. At least I do not want no one to pick up the accent that I picked up at the museum.
Yes, for a moment I thought it was you.
Hopefully we shall figure things out eventually.
You ready?
Yes, we should go.
Let's... I need that drink.
Alright. right.
Well,
Good night,
talk to you
Senshi-san.
soon.
Sayonara. Have a good night.
You as well.
Oyasumi. Oyasumi.
I hope your evening improves.
I'm sure it will. Thank you. Manners. Probably can't even hear me.
Hmm.
I was thinking, Sen, but I don't think he heard me. I was being rude.
At this point, it is understandable given everything.
Rudeness is never an excuse. Or at least, according to some people I used to know.
I suppose. Well, do not worry. We'll get that mind of yours off it eventually. Hopefully faster.
Yes,
Rather than slower. I'm trying to be good at that.
Yes, I look forward to completely blanking on the entirety of today.
Well then, let us do that.
But I realized that she's just like, no. That pal is strong.
I have.
Ah.
I've had a great time.
Holy shit.
Jack, can I look at you for a minute? You were like you had a
Yeah, she's very
miserable
great.
fucking night, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay? Holy shit! How many times did I count you getting pulled away for a private conversation? I thought that you were about to come fucking unglued as Kise on somebody.
I need a vibe check real quick.
Might have.
Are you out of character upset about the plot thing that I set up there?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
thank God, because I don't know
She's
why. I've
just
been freaking out that people are like actually mad at me about this.
No,
I genuinely
I'm looking
thought
forward
that
to anything
Wolf
that
was
comes
about
of
to deck
this.
Jaden. I genuinely thought Wolf was about to hit him. Like, I was prepped in my place.
How visceral it's been, I see it makes me scared that people are actually out of character upset at me.
No, absolutely not.
Guys, spawn. We're in spawn. We should
Yeah,
move away.
move away from spawn.
No, I want them to be in me.
Oh, by the way, Jack.
Why is she hot?
I really.
I don't like that she's hot.
Yeah?
You're gonna really like having access to avatar scaling, aren't you?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, as soon as they actually make it read right, so I can choose the exact proper height.
You missed it.
Because I've tried it before on Kise, and it skips like a few, whatever, centimeters, point meters. It's very hard to get the exact thing right. I know, like...
I've actually seen the sigil before, like on
Oh
this
yeah, her
size.
maker's mark.
It's really
Yay.
cool.
Before,
I'm really gonna enjoy the avatar
I really hope I wasn't too intense or too hard on you.
Like that. That was something like, when did Elise get an accent like I got at the museum?
I would let you know if it ever got to that point, but no, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's because she was. That's because they were just like, I don't want to switch back, because then they'll get instantly tired. So I'm just gonna order the drink, and hopefully people don't press on it right now.
It's really, really fun to pull these
Like curious, but she left that for afterwards.
Because she's busy trying to tell these two, is like, look, I'm doing this because I don't want her to die. Is that so hard to understand?
I just gotta be careful
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's hard when he can't say that to us.
My scheming.
So
Well, that's because there are some people that they don't entirely have full understanding or willingness to talk to them about it, because their way of reacting to the news has made them think that they would just get mad at them for the method that they're trying to do and be like, like, I'm sorry that I don't understand how this works.
Jaden understands why. Oh yeah, no, Jaden knows that the only reason
She's
she
been
didn't
trying
get
really
Franz
hard
was
not to
because,
be
like,
a helicopter mom because she saw you getting really She saw that at least getting really uncomfortable.
I'm gonna be getting out of here.
People crowding her.
Good night.
Yeah.
You all have a good
But
night.
this is like the first time she's
Yeah,
seen
guys.
that
Oh,
happen,
good night.
and she's
Also
going to
Cronin.
talk to you about
Good
it.
night.
She wants to know.
Well, I'm sure they can at some point. It's just that if she does actually get a chance to talk to him, she will be the most aggressive, angry person if people try to helicopter that conversation. Like, if people are like sitting there trying to be like in earshot, be like, oh, we gotta make sure here. If she can notice this people doing that, she will be very venomous with them if they try to get in the way of it.
Right now. This is literally, I can't bend my knee much further
100%.
than
Like,
this.
Via has been watching Elise for a while. And though Elise has been timid, she's also been very capable and a very, you know, and it just, you know, a very
Because she put it like
learned
3
person.
layers of self tape on my knee to stabilize
I should
it.
probably put some of these
Because of all the
things
muscle damage.
on there related to that because
She took out like a side-by-side
sort of
bumper.
things at this point, if people
Right
are
knee
being in
is
the
like
way, would
twice the
actually
size of
trigger
my
her to
left.
get like almost violent
Just,
at
like,
people as
completely
they are like
blown out.
pissing
I
her
hurt
off
myself,
anymore.
like, nearly a month ago.
I got some leather gloves today, and I meant to talk to
Since
Wolf.
like from
Not Wolf.
almost 2
Wolf.
years.
Because I was going to ask, hey, your ruins,
saw the
are they
clip of
magic,
that.
and do you know one for fire? I was finally gonna have her.
I'm over in.
I
I'm
was
over
gonna finally
we were supposed to
get like
come
a
up.
fire rune on some leather
I'm gonna be
gloves so that when so I could do like a velocity-based parkour with her punches.
I mean, at least it's doing a lot of reading on magical materials and markets because I want her to be able to like do magical crafting too.
Oh, it's pretty interesting just seeing like the shadow of the human form just bouncing around. That's
Yeah.
He was going.
Yeah.
You provided
Yeah, I
a
know.
path for me. I wanted
The
to
thing
go
that's
frolic.
still on here because this was this was the first model that was made for double, and we knew there was going to be human forms,
And it helps.
but we just used Mary just deleted everything except the mesh to have it there
I think her condition.
Which is
for
cool.
later. But now
It
we
looks like a magical ghost carrying a book just jumping.
Be pushed together, and so
yeah, but obviously it causes that where like people see it. I'm like, you're not supposed to see that.
Oh, good to know now. As long as I know, it's fine. It's just very, like, especially just like as you're like jumping around the corners of the small body.
Well, it's also bad because then when I'm like crawling around, there's just like a person crawling, holding the book.
Yeah.
On the floor.
I know.
She's that, but
It's fine. We can pretend.
It's fine. It'll get fixed soon.
Fine.
I'm like RP bleeding for
Uh-huh.
attention. Especially when I know of course the characters can actually help. There was the attempt of pouring some water.
What kind of shenanigans?
Alright, Ashton, stream.
Scary shenanigans. Okay, good. If it's silly, I don't care.
Okay, let me see who I can send you all to. Thank you very much for joining me, friends. I hope you had some fun at the Inkwell. Let's see. Who's doing the thing?
I think I definitely had a lot more fun actually helping out behind the counter than I normally do, just sitting. So
let me send you to Saya. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Saya's still going. Okay. Wanted to make sure. Didn't get to talk to Saya too much tonight, unfortunately. Oh well. Yeah, you all have a lovely night. Thank you for being here. Send Saya some love. Otherwise, you all have a good one. I should be back tomorrow for the MMR lobby. So until then, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye!